All right, first video of the year. I'm planting peas. This pea to be exact. I am not at all affiliated with this company, but this pea, it should be self-supporting, so I won't need a bunch of stuff out there to hold it up. And it's a legume, so it'll help build my soil. Should be, I think this one's fairly drought tolerant. It's one of the more drought tolerant. I picked it for some reason. I could tell you why. Out there, if you can see it, I got that shovel, the yellow handle. That's what I'm aiming my tractor at. Dead center to keep my rows going center. Tractor took the bucket off so it's not bouncing around, killing me. John Deere planter. I haven't done a video on this yet. I got it. It's got all the bells and whistles. It had the fertilizer bins, front, back, insecticide, herbicide. They were all kind of rotted, so I took them off. I've got 4 good bins that I could make fertilizer, insecticide, whatever out of on the back, and I probably will, just because I imagine I'm going to have to do fertilizer every year that I do this. First thing I'm going to do this year is these peas. They need a germination temp of 45 degrees. That should be like this week or whatever. My soil shouldn't get any colder than 45 degrees now. So 16 rows, 180 feet, 6,400 plants. Well, on this side is going to be my corn. That'll be a later video. Probably show a video of me planting the corn. That's a whole different thing. So I think I'm going to get started. You don't need to watch me do it. It's super boring. If I take a break, find something I need to tell you, I will. Run the tractor probably 20 feet. One seed on top. That first seed landed on top. Double seeds. Got some double seeds. So, just put that little guy in. Right on top there. Alright. So now, go through, see if we can find any more. Oh, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a little high. My seeding rate's a little fast. It's a whole different day now. I got all my peas planted, and then we just had a crazy day that day, and so here I am. I wanted to show you how the planter did. I uncovered some peas. Have a look at that. I don't know what that is, probably 4 inches. I think that's what I had it set for. And just beautiful, just straight up beautiful. The only issue I found is stopping and going. You want it to be moving and have the drive wheels moving before you put the planter down and engage the planter. You'd have some that were a little bit higher then, but that kept the spacing right, and it kept the seed plate spinning. And what happened, as that seed plate spun, because it was spinning faster, 1 seed at a time would drop in. But when you would stop, you could, at the way back there at the beginning and at the end, when you were stopped, seeds had time to fall down in, fill up the thing, and you would get a couple of double plants. The other issue I found is that, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and then these 4 rows, and you can even see it there. See, there's two goes. As I got to the end of this, I don't want to call it rows 4, right? These 4 rows, got down to that end, I looked in the seed bin, and the seed wasn't down around the plate. There's a little ledge there it got stuck up on. When it got stuck up on the edge, seed wouldn't feed into the plate, so I was worried there was no drop. So I turned around and I came back through. So this row is going to be thicker, double planted. And as I did that, I ended up, you can kind of see where so this was the marker line, but yeah, so this is my marker line here. You can see row, 2 rows, 2 rows. And where they perfectly lined up, where I was, spot on, the planter dug up the peas. So I had to go back through here with my feet, and I just buried them. Just kick some dirt over them, and that's these 4 I had to do that with. I probably should have just went down and said whatever. Had a thinner row rather than a double planted row, because it's going to be a little dense and the soil isn't the best. So I don't expect these 4 rows to, kind of some wasted seed there. But went down, and then just kind of for fun, I just kept going just to, see how the tractor turned, how the marker system, all that worked, and where the soil is finer, it just does a fantastic job. So I'm happy that I went through and I made sure this soil was as smooth as I did. It took work, and it probably upset the soil more than needed to be. But it's soft, and it just did great with the planter. So we had some rain a couple of days ago. Should be about a week, and we'll see sprouts come through. I'm being careful not to step on the lines, keeping everybody out of here, and they'll come in straight. And hopefully then here come end of May, when I do plant the corn, I can get my rows lined up so I can come through with the cultivator. And then I won't have to plant or spray for weeds or anything like that. I can just come through with the cultivator, and we'll talk about that when we get there too. Yeah, so some of them, so you can see them there, some of them just didn't sit in. I think this is one of the double rows. Yeah, this is the double rows, and the planter just, because it got at the tip of the runner that makes the furrow, sits just below where the seed itself plants. So as I ran back over the row, it would sit underneath the seed, pop up the seed, put a new seed in the place, which I guess that's good if I decide that I want to replant a spot. But other than that, I guess I just got to find a way to make sure that the seed sits down around the planter, and I'll show you that here in a little bit too. So this is what I'm talking about. See this ledge here? The seed has to get down to this plate to fall into these holes as it spins. And what would happen is it would get stuck up on these ledges because there's just not enough seed to pour it down. It's stuck up on these ledges. I'd have to walk back, push it down into the thing, and then of course, because I stopped, there would be time some of these could fill up, and you'd get double plants, and so just if I need to find a way to get the seed to sit directly over this, and then yeah, so it can sit directly over this, and then I don't have to stop to feed the seed in. I can just keep going. This plate I actually have to change out now, because the next thing I'm planting is going to be corn with this planter. The next thing I plant will be corn, so I got to change these out. Super stinking easy. That's planting in a nutshell. 20-minute nutshell. See you guys when I do the corn.